service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC News. It's brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 area companies with business solutions since 1984. I'm Bud Lowell. Full AccuWeather forecast right across the top of all of these CNC local news pages. Some pretty spectacular lightning displays hit us last night. These were well out over Lake Ontario, moving to the north of Rochester, but they lit up the sky in the northern part of the area pretty spectacularly. On primary election night, it looked like two candidates for Livingston County Sheriff were going to split the difference. Republicans Tom Doherty and Jim Cesniak each tried to nail down both the Republican and the Conservative Party nominations. Doherty narrowly beat Cesniak for the Republican nomination. Cesniak won the Conservative line by a single vote. Then Livingston County election officials discovered on Wednesday that they had made a pretty significant blunder. Polling inspectors mistakenly gave out Conservative Party ballots to 59 Republican voters. Livingston County Conservative Party Chairman Jason McGuire told us they think they caught all the mistaken ballots, but he's seeking a meeting with the Livingston County Board of Elections and the party's lawyer to figure out how to proceed. McGuire said by Monday he hopes they'll know if a recount can decide the outcome, or if this is going to end up in the courts, or if they may even have to redo the election. McGuire said he also wants to know how the Board of Elections plans to make sure this never happens again. Cesniak is currently the Livingston County Undersheriff, and Doherty is one of the department's detectives. Reaction continues to this week's stunning defeat of Mayor Tom Richards in the Democratic mayoral primary by City Council President Lovely Warren. It wasn't stunning to City Councilman Adam McFadden, who campaigned for Warren. McFadden told Rochester media outlets that Warren beat Richards through retail politics, getting out to meetings, going door to door, shaking hands, and meeting people one by one. He said that trumped Mayor Richards' advantage in endorsements, money, and in support from the Democratic Party organization. McFadden also said Richards should not actively campaign this fall, even though he remains on the ballot as a Working Families and Independence Party candidate. He said Warren's win on the Democratic line was so overwhelming that there would be no point. The Siena College Polling Institute also weighed in on how it managed to bungle the call on the mayoral primary so badly. The Siena poll, released 2 days before the election, showed Mayor Richards with an overwhelming lead, but on the day he lost in a landslide. Director Don Levy of the Polling Institute said this was evidently what he called a 1 in 20 case. The sample chosen for the poll was just plain wrong, the sample of people that they interviewed. He says it may have been the worst fumble Siena has made in a New York State campaign. The Rochester City School District has opened its long-awaited school-based health center at the Frederick Douglass School campus on Fernwood Park. The center is a partnership by the district, the University of Rochester School of Nursing, and the University of Rochester Medical Center. It aims to improve the health of young people who live in one of the poorest sections of the city and have limited access to health care. It provides free physical and mental health service to 1,200 students in grades 7 through 12, staffed by doctors from the URMC and nurse practitioners from the nursing school. And it can handle both emergencies and treatment of chronic conditions like asthma. After nearly 9 months, a body found after gunman William Spangler Jr.'s Christmas Eve ambush has been proven to be that of the gunman's sister. A medical examiner determined that Cheryl Spangler was shot to death before the house she shared with her brother was set on fire, and that would make her the first victim of Spangler's rampage. The Monroe County Medical Examiner's Office said the chief New York City medical examiner made the determination. The 67-year-old woman had been shot in the head. After shooting his sister, Spangler set his car and house on fire. Then he waited in ambush and shot down the 4 West Webster firefighters who responded. 2 of them were killed. 2 have since recovered and gone back to work. Spangler killed himself as the police closed in on him. Rochester police have charged this 17-year-old with second-degree murder in the homicide of Walter Smith. The 28-year-old Smith was found shot to death behind the wheel of his car in front of 10 Elba Street last month. Police have charged Daniel Williams with his murder. The U.S. Attorney's Office says a Rochester man has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for his role in a cocaine distribution ring. 26-year-old LaPrace Lawhorn was convicted of conspiracy to possess cocaine with intent to distribute after the unraveling of a drug trafficking organization. 10 people were arrested in all. All of them have been convicted. And there was a severe accident on Kenyon Road in Williamson, Wayne County, Wednesday night. 4 people were sent to Strong Memorial Hospital. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office said 20-year-old Zachary Burgeon of Williamson lost control and rolled his car several times before it ended up in a ditch. The driver and his 3 passengers, Amber Gately, Stephen Shane, and Adam Klauser, were all taken to Strong. 2 were transported by helicopter because of the seriousness of their injuries. Deputies believe speed was a factor in the crash. The investigation is still underway. To the left of the player window, you'll find links to these and other stories, and at the bottom of the page, links you can use to post news and information directly to us. And if you're watching on Facebook, you'll find a link to our homepage. The next news podcast is As It Happens. The updates are as necessary. And I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.